This is going to be one of those more controversial reviews because today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Namco Flashback Blast from AtGames. Seal of quality. Yeah, this is kind of a controversial choice since not much people like this system, but other people do, and I'm one of those people. But whatever. So let's start by taking a look at the packaging. Here it says Bandai Namco Flashback Blast. 2.4 GHz wireless controllers. 720p HDMI. Save and resume games. Rewind games. And here's Pac-Man right here, and here's a controller. 8 built-in games. Top, not very exciting. Warning. Images are for reference only, and actual product appearance and specifications may vary. Aged 15 plus, so that the children don't eat it. Seriously, there's nothing inappropriate about this console. Why bother making it like this? Whatever. Here it says, easy to set up. Plug the dongle into an available HDMI port. 2. Power the dongle with the included micro USB cable, which I never use. Connect the dongle to a USB port or a USB AC adapter, which is not included. 3. Set your TV to the selected HDMI port. 4. Connect the wireless controller and have a blast. Pun intended. And my tripod needs to stop falling over. It has 8 built-in games. Dig Dug, great. Galaga, great. Galaxian, good. Mappy, great. Pac-Man, great. Pac-Mania, great. Sky Kid, okay. Xevious, great. Mostly great games. But if you take a look at the screenshots on this packaging, it shows the arcade versions, except for Mappy, which shows an Atari 2600 homebrew. Inside is actually the NES ROMs. You might be thinking, this is a scam, they're bad. No, this is technically not a scam because here it says, images are for reference only, and actual product appearance and specifications may vary. Here's the controller. Basically like a Sega Genesis controller, except orange and white. You notice this D-pad is basically the same as the Sega Genesis Flashback D-pad. The buttons here are concave this time. The buttons on the Flashback, Atari Flashback Blast Volume 1 were convex. These buttons are convex though, whatever. Menu button to go back to the main menu, rewind to try again, and start to start your game. But wait, where's the select button, you may ask? C is the select button. A, fire, B, fire, C, select. It's kind of an odd option, but whatever. Here's the dongle itself. It's yellow this time. Yeah. This part plugs into your TV and it's powered by any standard micro USB cable. Here's the included micro USB cable, and as you can see, it's really, really short. So I don't ever use this. Nonetheless, let's plug this into my TV and take a look at the games it comes with, and see if it's as bad as people say it is. The Bandai Namco Flashback Blast was made by AtGames last year in 2018. Hang on, I have to turn on the controller. There we go. Anyways, the first game is Pac-Man. And as you can see here, this is not the arcade version, this is a Nintendo ROM. But it controls great, and it's pretty playable. But I noticed that there is a little hardware limitation shown on the screen that makes it look a little softer than usual. The next game is Pac-Mania. It's very similar to the original Pac-Man, but in an isometric aspect. And Pac-Man has the ability to jump, which is pretty cool, actually. I noticed that there is a bit of screen tearing in this drawing, but I've seen worse screen tearing before. Does the screen tearing make the game unplayable? No, it doesn't. I think it's still pretty playable. The next game is Dig Dug. In Dig Dug, you dig tunnels and blow up enemies, or drop rocks on them. And as usual, this is a Nintendo ROM, not the arcade version. It is a pretty good version of Dig Dug, and it's still pretty playable. The next game is Galaga, which was Namco's second answer, I think, to Space Invaders. And it's actually much better than Space Invaders. It has a couple twists. Like, for one, there's no shields, and the aliens actually dive down at you. And they don't just randomly appear, they move around to their spot, as shown here. This is actually a pretty fun space shooter, and actually my favorite space shooter of all time. The next game is Galaxian, which is a game that came out before Galaga. It's basically Namco's first answer to Space Invaders. Once again, no shields, and the aliens actually dive down at you. It's okay. The next game is Mappy. In this game, you have to retrieve the stolen merchandise from a bunch of cats. It's basically like a game of cat and mouse. I like Mappy, and this is a pretty good version. There is a bit of screen tearing, though, as shown with some of the other games. The next game is Sky Kid. In this game, you shoot stuff, and you have to land somewhere. You push A to shoot, B to do a barrel roll. This console is my first time playing it, though I've actually known it for longer than I first played it. This is a meh game for me. The last game is Xevious. In this game, you push B to shoot, A to drop bombs. It's okay, but I still prefer the arcade version. As you can see, the ship isn't very well colored. But I guess this could be due to the fact that the NES can only hold 3 colors per sprite, but why couldn't you make the ship gray instead of white? Graphically speaking, the games do a pretty good job replicating the NES versions, except there is a little hardware imitation that makes the games look a little softer. Sound and music-wise, it is pitched down by 1, but it's not as bad as you're gonna get with most of their Genesis consoles. Family-friendly-wise, even though the packaging recommends this console for ages 15 and up, I say it's worthy enough for an E for Everyone rating. So, what do I think of the Bandai Namco Flashback Blast? Well, it's not that bad, actually. In fact, I actually enjoyed it more than I did with the Atari Flashback Blast Volume 1. Yeah, there is a bit of screen tearing here and there, but it doesn't make the games unplayable, though. I've seen worse screen tearing before. And even though the box and the menu show the arcade ROMs, inside are actually the NES versions, which are still pretty good versions. And they are still pretty playable. So where am I going to rank this one? Well, I actually intended to rank this console lower than I actually ranked it, but I actually enjoyed it more than that. I'd much rather play the Namco Arcade Classics plug-and-play at number 5, but I will put it over the Atari Flashback Blast Volume 1 at number 7. So the Bandai Namco Flashback Blast from AtGames is going into the number 6 position. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching. And just a heads up that this isn't as bad as people say it is.